Well, good evening, Southeast Texas. Meteorologist Kerry Cooper here. As we've talked about over the last several days, we thought we would see quite a few showers and thunderstorms, and we did today. Actually had more in the triangle as far as rain totals than we did up in the lakes area. As we look at our Roofing 911 Skycam network live outside our 12 studios, sponsored by Mid-County Plumbing, we have overcast conditions. Now, I think overnight things are going to be pretty quiet. We have a few sprinkles out there right now, but it's not a big deal. All these clouds just left over from the showers and thunderstorms we had earlier. Here in Bumont, we had some 3-inch rainfall totals in parts of Bumont. Not all of the city had 3 inches, but around Delaware, up to around Interstate 10. Parts of this, in fact, right here in our Channel 12 area, we had right at 3 inches of rain. Up in the lakes area, our Roofing 911 Skycam network in Jasper, sponsored by Prevalis, also overcast. And for a change, we had less rain in the lakes than in the triangle. There was still some 1/4 to 1/2 inch rainfall totals up in the lakes, but finally a day where we had more in the triangle and the lakes area, but they're overcast as well. And once again, they had about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain there. Don't think we'll see any rain up in the lakes tonight either. Maybe a few sprinkles early this evening, and that's going to be about it. But one good thing about the rain and thunderstorms that we've seen, and we talk about this all the time, is keeping the temperatures down. It was nice being in the 70s and low 80s when you have the showers and thunderstorms falling. Our other shot here in Bumont, sponsored by Packard and Apray, our Roofing 911 here, Bumont as well. You can see overcast conditions, just a lot of clouds left over from those tall thunderstorms we had earlier across Southeast Texas. Still a few sprinkles coming from some of these clouds, but sure is nice seeing temperatures in the middle 70s across the area. Now, rain chances, like I said, pretty slim tonight, but the shower and thunderstorm chances will return as we head into tomorrow, which we'll get to in just a moment. But I think we'll see mostly cloudy to cloudy skies for much of the evening. The clouds may thin out some, and then we will see partly cloudy conditions later tonight. Now, let's go over to Lake Charles. They haven't seen a whole lot of, tell you what, from Orange County eastward toward Lake Charles, that's been the area that's been kind of missing out on the rain. They finally got some today over in Lake Charles, our Roofing 911 Skycam network there. They had about 1/4 to 1/2 inch, better than nothing. They're also overcast across portions of southwest Louisiana as well. That's a pretty heavy thunderstorm south of Lake Charles earlier, so they'll have another chance, even in southwest Louisiana. If you're watching us from over there, you'll have another pretty good chance there tomorrow and on Friday, as well as upper level disturbances come in from the west and southwest. So overcast conditions across much of southeast Texas and southwestern Louisiana this evening. Down in Port Arthur, let's talk about Port Arthur a little bit. Sponsored by Market Basket, our Roofing 911 camera down there. They had some showers and thunderstorms as well, but as far as the big winner today was right here in Bumont. We had almost 3 inches of rain across a lot of Bumont anyway. Rainfall averages in Bumont today were about, let's say, 1/2, anywhere from as little as 1/2 to as much as 3 inches, all depending on where you're at and where you live. Port Arthur had about 1/2 inch in a few spots there as well. And also overcast conditions. And finally today, portions of eastern Orange County, around Orange itself, Orangeville, places like that had kind of missed the rain over the past week or so. This is sponsored by the Horseman's Western Store. You finally got some decent rain, anywhere from 1/2 to 1.5 inches of rain across parts of Orange. And you as well will also have a very good chance of showers and thunderstorms coming up over the course of the next several days. Now, let's take a look at your weather headlines. More on and off thunderstorms coming up for the next few days. An additional 1 to 3 inches of rain will be possible. And looks like we'll finally be in for some drier weather, but probably not completely dry until at least the middle part of next week. There's those sprinkles there in southwestern Louisiana, a few sprinkles south of Kirbyville, and also in the central Liberty County area, working off to the north and northeast. Let's check and see if we have any questions or comments that's come in on our phone here this evening. Let's see. Messages yet. Okay. Be sure to text us at 749-9302 if you have any weather questions or concern in case you missed the newscast at 4, 5, and 6. Of course, we're going to have an update tonight at 10 on ABC and NBC, and we'll have some more computer model data showing the timing of the showers and thunderstorms coming up for tomorrow. But here's the temperatures I was talking about, and it was very nice, 70s. We could easily still be in the low to mid 90s this time of the year. So I know a lot of people, complain about the rain. Hey, I'm ready for it to end. Turn the rain off. I'm done with it. I like it. It keeps it cooler. I would rather 70s than the mid 90s with clouds and a few sprinkles out there. Now, some of the storms in south central Louisiana are pretty heavy, right around Lafayette. Almost the same locations at this exact same time yesterday. From Lafayette on up to Alexandria. Those are moving on out to the east. So they'll get a break in the rain tonight as well. Big weather news other than the rain has been the well below normal temperatures. So it's 80 in Lake Charles, 79 in Houston. We're also running in the upper 70s here locally. But even Austin, San Antonio to be in the 80s, that's almost unheard of as you head into, especially, anytime during the summer, hill country there. 73 in Dallas. Reason why we have a weak upper level low, which we'll show you in just a moment, on satellite spinning across portions of northwestern Texas. Now, it's still pretty hot around Presidio and Dryden out in west and southwestern Texas there. 97 there, 94 in El Paso. But 95% of the state temperatures are running well below normal. And that's certainly what we like to see. Well, we know it's not going to stick around forever. Upper level low I was talking about, see the spin there west of Dallas, weak little counterclockwise spin. It's a weak upper low, there's a weak trough over Texas, so little disturbances rotate out of that, counterclockwise come into the area and give us the shower and thunderstorm chances. We still have that weak front up to our north as well. Been a lot of rainfall in northern Louisiana, Shreveport over to Dallas, into southeastern Oklahoma and Arkansas. That'll be a concern area really over the next couple of days, with that area being closer to this front for some flooding there. In fact, there are flood watches in effect for northeast Texas on up into Arkansas. That's where they're going to see some pretty big rains coming up over the next few days there. That's where those flood watches are in effect. Now, eventually, this upper level low is going to move on out and weaken eventually into Missouri and kind of weaken and fill. And that's going to leave a weakness, though, over southeast Texas. I don't see high pressure in the mid-atmosphere building in until next week, and that'll be slowly from the east. And that'll finally start getting our rain coverages at least back down closer to normal, as you see on the 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Now, let's take a look at these upper-level disturbances. Well, we have plenty of moisture. That's not a problem. Of course, this was at, this will be at 10:30 tonight. Little disturbances moving through. That's what helped trigger the rain today. There's the weak trough right there. See the dip in the winds. Weak upper level low already beginning to weaken and move on out to the northeast. Pretty strong disturbance again for tomorrow from Dallas back down in the hill country. That'll be advancing eastward. So we'll have another very good chance of rain and thunderstorms tomorrow. In fact, we'll give it an 80% coverage coming up for not only tomorrow, but Friday as well, because you see here, there's another disturbance coming in from the west around that low on a Friday. Then we'll slowly start weakening or decreasing those rain coverages over the weekend. But even then, still a 50 to 60% coverage over the weekend. We'll have a weakness left over in the atmosphere, plenty of moisture, daytime heating. It won't take much to get scattered to numerous showers going even over the weekend. And as we head into the weekend, still look at all the moisture. Not as many disturbances, but you can see winds out of the southwest and the Gulf, northeast over the lakes area. Little shear axis is what we call it. A weakness in the atmosphere. So we're going to have a lot of showers scattered around Saturday. Sunday, not much difference. Little shear axis still over the region. A very weak low pressure there. And you can see still some lift and disturbances even on Sunday. So we've got to keep those rain chances pretty high. And Monday, Tuesday, still lots of more. Look at all the moisture still even on Tuesday of next week. Very weak high pressure trying to build out to our west, but at this time, at least at that far out, looking pretty weak. A little disturbance to our north even on Tuesday of next week. The subtropical ridge off to our east will be in Florida, but it will be expanding westward next week. So once we get past Monday and Tuesday, we'll probably have just very little, if any, chance of rain in the forecast at that time. Now, got two different computer models we want to show you now for our rain tomorrow. Once again, these will update at 10 o'clock tonight, so be sure to join us at 10 and we'll see what the new models show as far as timing and intensity. Model number 1, it's quiet tonight. Thunderstorms by 6 a.m. from right along Interstate 45, Huntsville to Conroe, back to the west side of Houston. Put this into motion, rolling on through around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, kind of weakening a little bit as it does so, and the rains will continue. And computer model number 2, also quiet tonight, but notice it also has thunderstorms at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, pretty much right along Interstate 45 from Huntsville to Houston. And put this into motion as far as timing, 7 a.m. still to our west, 9 a.m. still to our west, moving through around 10, 11 in the morning. A little bit stronger on this model, kind of exactly looks like what happened today. Heavy storms move through and lingering light rain behind it, then the rains end mid to late afternoon. Tomorrow we have another quiet evening coming up across southeast Texas, and temperatures in the 70s coming up for tomorrow evening. See how quiet once we get into late tomorrow, once that storm complex or line of showers and storms move through coming up tomorrow morning late. Rainfall totals. Now this is between now and Tuesday of next week. I've got it on day 7. And once again, there'll be higher totals than this in spots. These rainfall totals really kind of useless, especially in the extended forecast, but just kind of gives you an idea of still quite a bit more rain to come. But yeah, we can handle 1 to 3 inches over 7 days, that's for sure. But there'll be definitely higher totals than that in spots coming up over the course of the next 7 days, without a doubt. All right, marine forecast. You plan on doing any boating? It doesn't look too bad, actually. South to southeast winds, other than the rain and thunderstorms. Wind-wise, only around 10 knots. The water temperature very warm, 89. And right now at Texas Point, we have light variable winds around 6 miles an hour due to the showers and thunderstorms we had earlier. Next high tide, 6:09 in the morning, 1:27 in the afternoon. Low tide, 11:17 and 10:43 tomorrow afternoon. All right, a few sprinkles out there tonight. As far as anything heavy or real organized, we'll keep it out of the forecast for tonight. Now, as we head toward daybreak, though, that'll start changing out in the far northwestern areas. We had lower 70s for lows this morning because of the rains we had yesterday in spots. I don't see any difference in that tonight. Probably low to mid 70s for lows under mostly cloudy skies. It's looking like tonight. We may have enough breaks in those clouds to become partly cloudy at times. And for tomorrow, 80% coverage, showers and thunderstorms across southeast Texas, south to southeast winds. And just like today, we should stay out of the 90s. We'll keep it in the 80s due to the timing of the showers and thunderstorms yet again coming up for tomorrow. And there could be some 1 to 2 inch rain totals in spots across southeast Texas. Now, 7-day forecast. We're going to go with an 80% coverage tomorrow. Showers and storms, actually at 100% today. We'll go with 80 tomorrow. Remember, we had another disturbance for Friday. We'll keep it high. Notice the weekend, a degree or so warmer. Rain coverage is beginning to drop a little bit, but 60%, that's still in the numerous category. But at least we'll have